Chismosa, so many of you guys have been asking me to make a story about this, so let's get into this because it looks like maybe there's some beef going on between Feid, Karol G, and Blessd, and I have all the tea for you right here. So here's the tea. Now, if you guys don't already know, a few months ago, around January of this year, Blessd and Feid released a song called Si Sabe Fercho. Now, obviously, the song was a huge hit. Everybody was playing it and everybody was talking about it, and there was a lot of promotion happening between Feid and Blessd. Now, seemingly they followed each other and everything was chill, but some eagle-eyed fans noted that they no longer follow each other. Now, it's very important to say that I never really followed Blessd, so I had no idea if he did follow Feid and Karol G or not, but these people are assuring me that he did. So obviously I went to check to see if he followed them or still followed them, and you can see that he no longer follows Karol G and he no longer follows Feid. But when these people DM'd me, I'm like, but he was at the same box as Karol G, Feid, Maluma, and all these other people at the Colombia game for the Copa America, so they must not have any beef. But then everybody was like, yeah, but did you notice that they didn't post any pictures together? And in all the videos, you can see that they're not interacting at all. And I was like, no, I didn't notice that. Let me check. So I went back and looked at every single video that I could and every single picture of this game. And you can see that this is Blessd right here. He's hanging out with Maluma and he's hanging out with everybody except Feid and Karol G. Now here's a different angle of that box, and you can see that Karol G is there and Feid, and Blessd is over here. Now every single video I saw, they're kind of just pichándose, you know, like they're not talking to each other, they're not having any type of interaction, and he's mostly with his pals up here. So obviously I got curious. I kept looking through the pictures. I'm like, there has to be at least one of them interacting, and guess what? None. Zilch. Nada. And to me, obviously, that's a red flag, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it was anything to really talk about. So I kept going through all the posts that Blessd posted, and you can see that Feid liked this, but these are back in January, February, and then after that, it's kind of like nothing to do with each other. But you know what I did notice? That a few months after he had this whole thing with Feid, that he posted this. Now, I need to reiterate that I never followed Blessd, so I was going through his timeline, and then I saw that a few months after he posted that whole thing with Feid, and this whole thing happened, that he went and he made a collaboration with Anuel. Now, I'm not saying that this was the reason why they all stopped following each other, but it seems like curious timing, because around this time is when Feid and Karol G, they just have no type of interaction with Blessd. Now, at this point, I was like, okay, you know, so it could be something. I'm not saying it's not, but it could. And I was like, where does Karol G fit in all this? Because it seems like they didn't really have a relationship to begin with, so if there was a falling out, it would just be between Feid and Blessd. But then I saw this, and it's a video where you can see Blessd is singing along to Mañana Será Bonito, and he's having the best time of his life at one of her concerts. So clearly they did have some type of relationship, and there was some type of falling out. Now, again, take this all with a grain of salt, because who knows if people are just making shit up or if it's real, but I'm very curious to know, with all the information that I've gathered so far, what do you guys think about the situation? Let me know down below in the comments, and don't forget to like and follow for more gossip, chisme, and all things tea.